Hey guys, welcome to another video. Now, I'm currently traveling, but I want to get a video out, so that's why we're using this sexy whiteboard today. I'm in a seedy hotel somewhere. But this topic comes from, if you guys don't know, I have a training and I do a lot of website reviews inside this training. And everyone says, you know, you've got to have the product and you've got to have the audience. But what about the store? No one ever talks about the store. No one ever talks about conversions. And it's one of the most important aspects of your store. You guys should be getting at least a 2% conversion rate. That is the average on a Shopify store, 2%. One maybe, but you should be getting between 1 and 2%. One of my stores right now is getting a 6%. I have a friend that's getting around about a 12%. I also have another friend getting around about a 9%. And I even have people getting higher. You don't realize that a small bump in conversions can do so much for you. If you double this 2 into 4, that's double your sales. You double that into 8, that's another double your sales. So you've gone from 2 to 8. Makes sense? So even though everyone says you need to find the perfect product, you need to find the perfect audience and all that sort of stuff, yes, but you also need to have good stores, not junk stores. So what we need to do is try and talk about this stuff, because I've seen a lot of stores this week and they need a lot of work, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover some tips to help you get better conversions. Now this is just one of my stores that gets 6. I also have another one that gets quite high, around about 9 as well. So we're going to talk about, now I use my own theme, but we're going to talk about some stuff here. Guys, number 1 is notification apps. We're not going to write that out. Can't be bothered. But notification apps, if you know what they are, what they do on your site, a little thing pops up here and it says, hey, someone bought this product 5-10 minutes ago. Now these are excellent on desktop. But what people don't realize is on mobile, guys, on mobile phones, these things block the cart button. They block the button where people want, they'll pop up here and they'll block the button. And a lot of people are losing so much sales because of this, because what happens is a lot of people go on Facebook and they split test desktop and mobile ads, and they find that mobile is the cheapest and have these apps running, and they're covering the button a lot of the time. People don't care. They'll just leave your site. They're not going to wait around for a button to disappear. So these notification app, whatever they're called, I don't know the name of the brand and all that sort of stuff, but these notification apps need to have options to turn that off on mobile, and if yours doesn't, stop using it and get one that does. The one on my theme I have built in, I can turn it off myself, that's fine, but the notification apps that a lot of these apps have, a lot of these notification apps don't have the option to turn it off, and it's killing your sales, right? It's absolutely killing sales. So go onto your mobile if you're running these, see if it's covering your add to cart buttons. If it is, figure out how to disable that on mobile. It's completely useless on mobile. No one cares. It's filling up the screen too much and it's covering your buttons. You gotta remember that people on mobile, people on desktop and people on mobile are completely different moods. People on desktop have time to scroll. They have time to do things. They're sitting at home on their desktop. They have time to go through your site and buy stuff. On mobile, they could be driving. They could be having dinner with their friends. They could be doing something. They don't care. They will scroll through. If they can't, on mobile, if your store doesn't run nice and people can't get to where they want to go, they're simply going to leave, guys. And that's that. Simple as that. Now this brings me to the next conversion killer. Number 2 is the pop-ups. So email pop-ups. Now, these don't necessarily, it's a catch-22 here, guys, because I have them on my site as well. You have these email pop-ups and you have ones like Wheelio comes in here and there's a circle here and they spin it and they get the email. And you also get normal pop-ups. Now these are excellent, don't get me wrong, you collect emails. But the trouble is, guys, people are just getting these for discounts. They don't care. So let's say someone comes in here, let's say 100 people come and put their information in here, and then they like, okay, I'm just gonna leave the site now, right? They just leave, 100 people leave. Let's say 10 of those come back to your site and make a purchase. You've now got 90 people that left because maybe this pissed them off, maybe it was in the way. Now this is just a hype theoretically, right? These numbers aren't going to be exact. But you want to try and have a nice, clean, functioning site. But it's a catch-22 because you need those emails. So to make up for the loss here, this is what you do, guys. You set up email campaigns and you do them from the start and you do them properly. When you're collecting emails on your website, no matter what you're doing, whether it's a pop-up like this and you're giving away a percentage, simple. You want to be collecting emails, that's absolutely fine. Okay, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. You are going to lose some sales though, just remember that. But you want to make sure when they go onto your email list, guys, okay, your list, you want to use an app like Contact Flow, Get Response. I recommend contactflow.io. Okay, and what happens is it's going to connect to your store and automatically take email lists to your email campaign, and just set up like a week's worth of emails, guys. Okay, just a week's worth. That's what you need to do. Automatic. Trying to sell them some more products. That's it. It's so simple. Because I'm telling you right now, most of the people that sign up to these things, they don't purchase because what they're doing is they're going to go and wait for that coupon to come. Okay, and like I said, the average kind of like open rate nowadays is only like 10 to 20%. So like I say, if 100 people put their email in, right, only about 10 or 20 of them are going to open the email, and even then you're only going to get like a 3% click-through rate on the link. So out of 10, only 3 people might go back and purchase. You've got to know the numbers, guys. You've really got to know the numbers. Now, like I say, these coupon things are excellent for collecting emails. Excellent for actually, getting people to come back and purchase. But it's not going to be a huge amount of people. All right. So you need to have, like, people are going to say, "Oh, Franklin, but your theme has it," and my theme does have it built in, because I go back out and I actually email back to these guys straight away. First, I send an email out and say, "Hey, your coupon's here," right? So that's the coupon one. Then the next day, I'm going to say, "Hey, just so you know that your coupon's still here, maybe." And then I'm going to start providing more products to them. All right, guys? Super simple stuff. But that's something you really want to look out for on your sites. Is just, if you are using one of these, make sure you're doing some work in the back end to get more sales. Now, some coupons will actually unlock on the page, and most of them should, right? So 10% discount, stuff like that. Those are usually okay. But I'm just talking about the ones that there are actually a lot of them out there. I think that Wheelio one's actually pretty good, but there's a lot of them out there that will not unlock, and it will just say thank you or check your email and stuff like that. These are the ones I'm talking about. These are the ones that are conversion killers, because people go and wait for that email to turn up. All right, and the chance, emails only have like a 10-20% open rate. So that's why just want to make sure that it actually unlocks the code and people can actually use it straight away on your store. Now, another massive conversion killer, and something that people don't really understand the concept of this, is website speed, okay? But people look at it the wrong way. People think that website speed is contributed to the theme and Shopify. It's not. So you should be getting at least a 2 seconds or less loading time on your product page, okay? Just product page, doesn't have much information. The home page doesn't really matter too much. You're probably going to get like a 3 to a 4, because you're going to have a lot of images on there. I'm just being straight up with you, okay? This is the straight truth here. Now, you want to try to get your product pages to around about 2 seconds if you can, but it's not always going to happen. But the thing is, guys, is everyone goes straight to the theme and they blame the theme and say the code's bad. Guys, if you go and get any single theme on Shopify right now and you go and test it on a brand new store, I guarantee you it's going to load at about 500 to 700 milliseconds. It won't even load in a second. Do you know why? Because code loads really fast, unless it's broken. Even broken code will load less than 1 second. Go and do that right now. You get a fresh theme, you put it on your store, you load it with nothing on it, no apps, no pictures, and it will load under 1 second. Pretty much almost guaranteed it will. Now, I can't say every single theme's going to do that, but pretty much every single theme, because guys, like I said, code loads very fast. Okay, depending on how much code's on there, I suppose, but code loads pretty quickly, but everyone blames the code. This is the problem, you see, with speed. Let's get speed here again. It's actually images and apps. Do you know why? Here we go. First off, images, you import them with a Burlo. The images are not compressed, and then a lot of people go and use crappy compression apps. They're not very good. You want to actually put your websites up manually. Your images up manually. You want to go to a website called Tiny. PNG. First.com. And you want to go and compress all of your images and upload them manually, right? That's going to cut your load times dramatically. Okay, that's going to cut your load times dramatically. And then go to a website tester and test, and then it'll tell you what's not working on your site. Now, there's going to be a lot of stuff on that tester that says your CSV files aren't combined and all that sort of shit. Don't worry about that, because pretty much 90% of websites online cannot get that fixed unless they have a proper developer on board. Okay, it's very hard to fix that sort of stuff. Don't even worry about it. But guys, images are a killer, all right? Images are the number one killer. Now, the number two killer, guys, and no one even realizes this, is applications. Now, it's not the applications themselves. It's what they do to your website. Applications will sometimes inject random code into your store. That is when your code starts to break. When you start, and you imagine if you have 10 apps and 7 of them are doing that. You've got 7 broken lines in your store, and it really starts to add up. This is when your store starts to run like shit, really, okay? Because these apps are injecting code in and it's breaking things. Not all apps do this, but a lot of them do this. This is my suggestion. Any app that you purchase from anyone, a lot of these gurus sell garbage apps now. There's quite a few funnel ones that are pretty good, but like some of these pixel ones are quite bad. You want to make sure that they're actually on the App Store. If Shopify has not approved them, don't bother, because they could have viruses in them. They could be injecting shitty code into your store. There's even apps out there that inject their own pixel into your store and steal your traffic. I don't think that's as bad now, but it used to be really bad. So images, guys, make sure you have them compressed with tiny PNG, and make sure you're not installing garbage apps. And when you do uninstall garbage apps, make sure their code's gone, because a lot of the time their code just stays there and your site's completely broken, and you don't know on the outside your store looks fine, but your code's broken and it can slow down your site. All right. Now, I know I said code doesn't matter, but when you start installing tons of apps and you're breaking codes in specific points, guys, trust me, I know. I've built a theme. I built a theme. It took me 8 months building a theme by hand, by scratch. I'm pay guys hundreds and hundreds of dollars to keep this theme maintained, and we test everything. And we know that apps break code and apps slow down stores. Okay, so be very, very careful what you use. Only use mainstream apps, and try to use apps that are in the Shopify store and approved. Now, you don't have to do that, but it's just a precaution. Okay, guys, so that's the next thing. Now, I don't know, I want to keep this video quite short, so we might just do 1 or 2 more. So the next one is going to be junk sites. This is a major problem right now, guys, and it's due to laziness. And I'm going to tell it to you straight here, so don't get offended. If you go out there and you build a site and you have one picture and you have a title here, a price, and you have your buy now button, and that's all you have, you're lazy. And what makes it even worse is if you go and put an AliExpress description and you have nothing else, that's even more lazy. Guys, your product page is the first thing people see. First impressions matter. If you have ugly images, they're going to bounce. If you have ugly, weird, strange colored buy now buttons like green, not green, purple, bright, fucking, I don't know, yellow and stuff, people don't like that type of stuff, guys. The best colors are oranges, reds, and greens, okay, for buttons. And the green's been doing really well for me right now. Guys, if you are going out and doing this type of stuff, you're lazy. You're straight up lazy. What you need to be doing is, first of all, image, okay? Image is everything here. Nice image, very nice, clean image. Usual title, price, nice color button. And then you want to do a description, and you want to actually sell the product, guys. Put some stuff in here. You know, this is running out, you know, or you need this, blah, blah, blah. Try to sell the product. You're a salesman. You're a marketer. Then you want to, if you can, try and make a video with some pictures. Have a video down there. It adds more credibility, adds more trust. Okay, and be like, okay, these guys actually take their site seriously. Then below that, you want to do some more descriptions, and you want to do some reviews. You want to do some reviews here. The sites that I've seen that convert the best, guys, that's the structure they have. This is the exact structure they have, all right? And same with mine. You guys have seen some of my stores. Picture, title, price, button, description, video, more description, testimonials. So this is description here, video, more descriptions, testimonials, reviews as well. This is one of the best structures I've seen and I use myself. And when I'm talking description, I'm talking a good description. Don't describe the product. They know what it is. You need to tell them about, like, hey, imagine, if you're selling a fishing rod, imagine going down the boat with your family and catching fish with this, blah, blah, blah. We only have it, but you need to get it today because we only have a limited edition sale going on or limited amount of rods left. Like, sell the product, guys. Don't just be like, specs, 6-foot rod, has 5 eyes, can run 3 kg nylon, has cork handles, fiberglass, carbon fiber. Like, put that stuff in there briefly, but don't just put that in and try not to make that spec list long. Just put the main specs. Like, if you're selling a fishing rod and it's made out of graphite, so you put number 1, graphite. Number 2, 6'2". If it's a 1-piece or a 2-piece, you might put 2-piece. That's all you need to do. They can see it's got cork handles. They can see if it's got rubber handles, right? They can kind of see if it's graphite or not, but you want to put the height. This is a fishing rod, for example. The height, the material the main shaft is made out of, and if it's 2-piece or 1-piece. It's like so simple. Then the rest of your sales your description is going to be a sales pitch. Now, just do this for your main products. Don't go do it for all your products. It's a complete waste of time. Do it for your winners. When you start to find winners, go and tweak your page, and you're going to start to see better conversions. When you're testing products, it's going to be a lot harder because you're going to be testing, 2, 3, 4, 5 products a day. You're not going to have time to do all this type of crap, and I understand. But when you start to get winners, you have to actually go out and make an effort to make, because this is your site. This is your business, guys. That's a better way to put it. This is your business. God, I'm getting emails, so many emails right now. This is your business, guys, okay? So that's another step. I don't know what we're at now, but just making your site look good. After a while, like once you've got some winners and you've got some money coming in, go out there and start to make it look really good and start to get... When you first start your store, your conversions are going to be straight shit. I'm going to tell you right now. Your conversions will be crap, but that's okay. But once you start to get sales coming in, then it's your job to increase conversions and get more sales. That's your job now. Okay? Before you start to scale up to a massive amount, you want to actually get your conversions right first. Okay? So you start your $5 ad sets, your $10, maybe get them up to $100 spend, and then go and start looking at doing conversions. And then maybe get up to $200, $300 spend, then start doing conversions again. Keep tweaking over and over again, guys. This is a job. This will end up being your business, okay? Now, last one, this is quite important as well, is lack of customer service will kill conversions. Okay, I'll just put CS here. What do I mean by that? People want to know stuff. If you're selling products at $80, $50, $40, people might not have enough money for that right now, and they might email you and say, hey, will you still have this for sale next week? Hey, can you put this on hold for me? Can you do a discount? If someone comes and asks you for a discount, just give them one. It's still a sale, right? But that's the thing, lack of customer service. And what I mean by that is people don't have contact pages on their sites. Like, they've got these sites, no contact page up here, no contact page down here. They've got no intercom. Now, you don't need an intercom, but it still helps to boost conversions. I've been selling this product recently, $180, okay? I didn't have an intercom. I installed an intercom, and I'm making like 20% of my sales through the intercom. Because it's a high-ticket item, people don't want to make the move. They don't want to take the next step to purchase it. There's doubt. Like, oh, this is a bit expensive, So I'm a good salesman. Well, I think I'm kind of starting to become a good salesman. When I wake up in the morning, I personally myself jump into the intercom, answer these guys' questions, and I have their emails now, and I turn them into sales. Guys, if I go and do 5 a day at $200 a day with the shipping and stuff, that's $1,000 extra that I've made just from having an intercom on my site. Okay, so lack of customer service is really critical. Your customers are very important to you. Don't piss them off. The customer's always right, and always have that mentality. Now, I don't follow that mentality at all. I'm pretty bad sometimes, but just make sure you have good customer service, because it can boost off-site conversions. You might be getting tons of emails and you don't even care, and you don't realize that you can actually turn those guys into sales. The thing is, when people, like, this is the end of the video now, but when people take the time out to contact you, they've made that next step to the sale. You've literally warmed them up a little bit now. They've made that next step. So you're like, oh shit, I can probably get a sale out of this. You're going to close like 90% of them. But I don't even, like if someone's like, oh, hey, can you do a discount on this dog necklace? Obviously, you're not going to do it, right? $10 profit or whatever. But if you're selling items like $50, $60, $80 profit, trust me, your customers are very, very important. And they're more important than ever, all right? So lack of customer service, guys, that's the last one. Speed, things like notification apps, those can mess things up. And those coupons, just make sure those coupons either unlock the coupon on your site or you have some email stuff set up in the back end. All right, guys, that's it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.